At 6:47 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, an HOA president made a costly error that led to serious consequences, including 8 years in federal prison. It all began with a pair of bolt cutters and a misunderstanding about a military vehicle. The sharp clang of those cutters slicing through the security chain shattered the quiet suburban morning. In that instant, Bethany Kensington Wright transitioned from a community leader to someone facing federal charges. While I was deployed overseas on a mission against drug cartels, this overzealous HOA head decided my vehicle was an unsightly presence that needed to be removed. What she didn't realize was that the Jeep belonged to a federal drug task force, equipped with $347,000 in classified surveillance gear, and I specialize in disrupting criminal networks as a federal agent. She assumed it was just a soldier's truck, but her actions crossed into federal territory, rivaling the severity of major crimes. What would you do if an HOA leader interfered with your property while you were serving your country? Share a flag emoji and let me know where you're watching from. Let's connect with fellow supporters out there. My name is Marcus Tank Rodriguez, and 3 months ago, I thought inheriting my grandmother's house would be a wonderful opportunity. How mistaken I was. Willowbrook Estates is a picture-perfect suburb where homes blend seamlessly in beige tones, sprinklers activate on precise timers, and the fresh mulch scent hides underlying tensions. HOA dues of $150 monthly ensure community standards, but they often translate to unnecessary oversight. As an Army Reserve MP recently joined to a federal drug task force, Grandma Rose's house was meant to be my stable base, rented out during deployments, build equity, and honor the woman who raised me after my parents' tragic car accident when I was 12. The house still carries echoes of her homemade tortillas and gentle guidance. "Mijo," she'd say, "stand up to bullies, but always do it properly." Then came Bethany Kensington Wright, a 52-year-old real estate agent in a white Lexus, who had ruled as HOA president for 7 years like a strict overseer. Her husband, Carl, on the city council, gave her a sense of invincibility. She issued notices for minor issues, like lingering holiday lights. 2 weeks into my deployment, an email arrived, a violation for unauthorized vehicle storage. My government-issued Jeep, marked with federal law enforcement decals, was deemed an eyesore under her reading of the rules against work vehicles and driveways. Unbeknownst to her, it held $200,000 in surveillance tools, GPS trackers, encrypted radios, covert cameras, all requiring official approval to move. The fine was $50 daily, piling up while I was away on duty. My sister Maya, a kind middle school teacher, tried to explain my situation, showing deployment orders and offering to cover the Jeep. But Bethany dismissed her firmly. "Rules apply to everyone. If your brother can't comply, perhaps this isn't the right place for your family." Maya's call, her voice wavering from Grandma's kitchen, still resonates. "Tank," she mentioned a lien on the house and hinted at impacts on my job through Carl's connections. Maya uncovered a pattern. Other military families face similar citations, like a Marine for a loud motorcycle or a Navy wife for garden decorations. Digging into the 1987 HOA bylaws, we found government vehicles were exempt for military and law enforcement. Bethany was inventing rules, relying on residents' reluctance to challenge her. The neighborhood whispered complaints but feared retaliation, bolstered by Carl's influence. This wasn't mere oversight. It was targeted harassment of military families, protected by local power. The gritty feel of sand in my teeth during the desert call, the diesel aroma in sweltering heat, and Grandma's words fueled my resolve. While protecting American streets from drugs, this suburban figure threatened my family's legacy with false fines and pressure. Bethany had picked the wrong person to challenge. I dismantle organized threats for a living, and her HOA setup was next. Her escalation arrived via registered letter, remove the vehicle in 24 hours or face towing, copied to Carl's office and police, citing fabricated safety issues. Maya reported a tow truck lurking nearby. From afar, I contacted military legal experts at JAG. Staff Sergeant Patricia Williams reviewed the case and noted, "This is attempted theft of federal property, a serious offense." The Service Members Civil Relief Act shields deployed personnel from such harassment, and my Jeep was government-owned. She filed a complaint, alerting higher authorities. Maya's deeper dive revealed a 2019 letter from Bethany opposing military housing programs in Willowbrook, citing transit populations. It was deliberate exclusion. Families like the Hendersons and Washingtons had endured similar targeting. Carl's pending luxury condo deals explained it. Military presence clashed with the upscale image. Maya rallied affected families, compiling evidence of the scheme. Bethany intensified with inspections, photographing the Jeep and trespassing multiple times. I activated the vehicle's remote security, capturing her actions, potential unauthorized access to classified gear. My supervisor, Captain Sarachin, was direct. "How quickly do you want this addressed?" The federal response was underway. Bethany hired security to monitor, spreading rumors about dangers from military vehicles. Neighbors shunned Maya, and her school faced questions about her associations. Footage showed Bethany peering inside the Jeep at night, photographing equipment with guards, crossing into surveillance of federal assets. Chin notified the security firm's licensing body, halting their involvement and sparking an inquiry. Bethany filed baseless complaints to various agencies, creating a trail of her fixation. Then, at dawn, cameras caught her cutting the chain and directing a tow. The driver refused upon seeing federal markings. "This is government property." Undeterred, she changed community gate locks, blocking access. This triggered automatic alerts in the Jeep systems, notifying Homeland Security. Neighbors rallied, forming a protective group around the property. Veterans like Tom Henderson declared, "This ends now." Federal marshals arrived, demanding gate access. Bethany's defiance, "I don't recognize federal authority here," sealed her obstruction charge. Back home, Maya presented years of HOA records showing embezzlement of $184,000 diverted to Carl's business, forged violations, and a plan to acquire properties for development, targeting vulnerable residents like Grandma in her final days. This invoked RICO for organized fraud affecting interstate commerce. A coalition formed. Federal prosecutors, veterans, neighbors. Maya led a recall petition, gathering 67% signatures to oust the board. Media coverage amplified the story, drawing congressional interest. Bethany's attempts to destroy records, vandalize Maya's car, bribe witnesses, and surveil her only added charges like evidence tampering, intimidation, and wiretap violations. The climax unfolded at a community meeting with agents, media, and supporters. Prosecutors detailed the conspiracy. I revealed the Jeep's role in cartel ops, compromised by her actions. Arrests followed. Bethany for theft, conspiracy, and more. Carl similarly. 18 months later, Bethany got 8 years and $647,000 restitution. Carl 6 years and barred from office. Settlements totaled $2.3 million for victims. Maya became HOA president, enacting protections. We founded an advocacy group, inspiring national laws. Willowbrook thrives, honoring military families. Justice prevailed through community and proper channels. Share your stories below. We offer support for similar issues. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring tales of resilience.